Hey, I'm TT the manager, and welcome back to another episode of Level Up Your Digital Marketing Podcast. Imagine if I told you that you're using the most important Instagram feature completely wrong, and even worse, probably full on neglecting it. And what if I told you it's most important because it's the first thing you see, first thing people see when they come on Instagram? And what if I told you you're losing clients because of it? You're losing money because of it. You're losing discoverability because you're neglecting it. Any guess on what this important feature is? Any guesses? Reels? That's not it, but we do need to work on that. Posts? It's not posts. Yes, but it's not posts. Stories? Yes, but it's not stories. You give up? It's your profile. It's your Instagram profile. And when I say profile, I mean that whole section from the top to the bottom, that when someone goes to your Instagram account, they see it before they go, okay? They see it first, that section. All right, so let's pause here. I'm going to need you to do something. So in order to get the most out of your Instagram profile, period, in order to get the most out of all of the tips and tricks I'm going to give you for the entirety of my talking about Instagram, I need you to do one thing for me. If you have not, set your account to professional. Despite all of the rumors and myths, and we've talked about those in the shadow bands and algorithms course, we talked about those in Instagram tips and tricks, workshop and courses, and setting your account to professional is not going to mess with it. It will actually help you in a lot of ways, and you won't be guessing. You will know your analytics. That is one of the biggest things. I skipped ahead, but do set your account to professional. I talked about this before. If you, like I said, if you attended the workshop, if you read my ebook, but the biggest thing, the biggest reason to set your account to professional is that insights, what Instagram calls insights, but they're your analytics. All right. That insights and analytics, that data is going to be one of the biggest reasons that you want to set your account to professional. And if you don't know how, there are links for that, I'm sure, in the description. And also Instagram Help has an article there on how to set your account to professional, along with the reasons why you should set your account to professional. All right. Now I'm going to give you a second to do that. I'm going to pause here and give you a chance to set your account to professional if you haven't. But if you have, you'll keep going. All right. Let's go. All right, you're set to professional account. Let's ready. Let's go. We're going to do an exercise. If you're in somewhere where you can't access your Instagram account, I'm going to get you to use your imagination. But if you're somewhere where you can access it, pull it up. And you're going to pretend like you're someone that is seeing this Instagram account for the first time. You're a new person stumbling upon your own Instagram account, okay? Fresh set of eyes. Ready? Take a look at your profile. Does it say what you do? Does it say anything about you? If you're a store or retail location, where are you? Where is it located? Is your location there? What do you do? If you're selling things, what are you selling? Can I see your next shirt release? Can I find it anywhere in those last 6 grid squares? Can I find it in the last 3? Or does it contain a bunch of stuff you thought was funny that you wanted to share on Instagram? Your clients are confused because they don't know what you do, because it's not there for them to see. And if you're a music artist, you're a retail location, if you're anyone that wants any action to be taken from your Instagram account, you need to let your followers know. Your potential customers are there and they want to see your merchandise. They want to know where you're located, and there should be no hints. They should know. You should be showing it to them, okay? So now that you made it this far, I'm going to reward you with a secret. Your whole Instagram profile is searchable, including your bio. And because your profile is searchable, that makes your bio, short for biography, the most important part of your profile. But despite its power, it's often the most neglected part of the profile. And if it's what people are looking for when they first come to your profile, then why? I mean, you're missing out on potential customers and clients. And now that you know it's searchable, you understand the gravity. So if you're a life coach that wants to inspire people, put it there so people can find you. So the feed algorithm, and if you follow me before, I'm referencing the courses, the Instagram tips and tricks, and my Shadow Bands and Algorithms workshop, you will know that there's more than one Instagram algorithm. There's more than one algorithm working on Instagram. Any app out now uses more than one algorithm, so it's one of those things that when I hear the word algorithm, yeah. But it's algorithms because there are more than one algorithm working. There's more than one process going around that Instagram uses to determine what's fed, what the followers get, all of that stuff. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to that. And when my courses become available, do take those courses. Okay. But Instagram did talk about how this worked in this. They made a blog post called Shedding More Light on How Instagram Works, where they talked about their algorithm. They talked about shadow bans. I discussed it as well in my previous blog post. That link will be there. I'm looking to do an actual podcast on it. That might be somewhere soon here, and you might find it. All right. But anyway, let's continue on. As I was saying, your whole account, your whole profile is searchable. For instance, if you have Garage Rap in your bio, I did this demonstration. There are people that have Garage Rap in their bio. When the Garage Rap is searched, those people are likely to show up in my search and therefore be discovered. The next section we're going to talk about is the name section. This is another heavily underutilized section. And you're like, how? I put my name. My name is Terry Queen. I put my name Terry Queen in my name section. How in the heck am I underutilizing the name section? Wait. Because you have 64 characters now for your name in the name section. Instagram recently updated your name section to include more characters. So what that means is you have the opportunity to include what you do in your name section. And in turn, it gives you more opportunity to be discovered. It works like Google search, as I said before, and I demonstrated in how this worked in the course, but it helps you be discoverable based on what you put in your name. All right. And I'm going to give you an example here. We're going to assume your business is named Power Flower. You're a florist that specializes in stunning graduation ceremonial leis. So when they graduate, you happen to be a person that makes these amazing leis that people have been talking about in the community and around your city. And when graduations happen, this is where people tend to come to find you. All right. And you're on Instagram. Because you have 64 characters to display what your brand does, you're going to now update your name section to say Power Flower, the Bay Area's best graduation leis. That will be your name. I'm going to say again, Power Flower, the Bay Area's best graduation leis. And then the followers are going to start to show up, and so are your orders. Why? Because you told Instagram that you're a florist in the Bay Area that makes graduation leis. And Instagram users that have been scrolling around on Instagram that live in the Bay Area that are likely to buy from you, that are interested in leis and that have been searching graduation leis, that have been searching graduation, Instagram's going to feed your profile to them. They're going to show your reels to them when you make them. And then users that have double tapped on a lot of that kind of content will start to see your profile. It's rewarding you. That's how the search works. All right. Next up is your bio. Your bio gives you 150 characters to talk about your brand. But your bio is empty, like you're famous as Coca-Cola or McDonald's or Future or T-Mobile or YouTube. Your potential customers don't know you exist and they can't find you. They need you to be discoverable and they need you to tell them what you do. Let them know what you do. Let them know about those amazing eclairs you make in your pastry shop. You have 150 characters to do it. All right, I'm going to show you how this works. Sunny is messing up because she's hunger scrolling like we do, hunger scrolling through Instagram. She's hungry and she's scrolling through Instagram, and she comes and she sees your amazing reel that you made for your vegan burger called the Green Witch. She instantly gets hungry and wants that vegan sandwich called the Green Witch from your cute mom and pop shop called Vegan Greens. But she doesn't know where it's located. So she clicks on your profile name from your reel and is taken to your profile where she's heavily disappointed because you don't have a location. Sunny wants to look it up. She gets ready to go to Google to look it up. Yeah, why are you sending people to Google to look it up? But anyway, she gets a notification that her favorite band is going live. So she clicks on the live notification instead and forgets all about Veggie Greens, forgets all about the Green Witch, and instead goes to her favorite spot that she goes to normally. You've lost out on a customer right then and potentially forever. All because you didn't include contact information. So you're going to include contact information in your bio, which includes your location if you're a retail location, but also your ways to message you if you like to receive messages. So what your account is now set to professional. You can get emails, you can have people email you, you can have customers message you with WhatsApp through WhatsApp. But not only can you be messaged, you can also put your WhatsApp number in boosted posts and ads. But for specific businesses, Instagram has buttons for you. So there's a book now button to book appointments for people that cut hair and need to book appointments. There's a reserve for like restaurants and people that take reservations. If you have a food delivery business or a takeout or a ghost kitchen, you can have an order food button for people for you to offer delivery or for customers to come take out. But actions are limited by the provider and locations, and Instagram is working on these different providers. Not all of them are there. DoorDash isn't on there. Uber Eats isn't on there, but there are some providers that you may work with that fit your business. So do check that out, okay, for more ways to get discovered. Next, we're going to talk about highlights. So you have those stories that are just too good you don't want to go away in 24 hours, but they're not post-worthy. You have a highlight section in your bio, in your profile. The highlights are particularly useful when you want to highlight specifics. So let's say you're Vegan Greens and you want to highlight your Green Witch. You can put that Green Witch there. You can have reels and behind the scenes on making the Green Witch. You can have spotlights on people eating them. When your famous customers come in, you can highlight those there. If you're Power Flour, you have your lays. You can put different lays that you offer. There's so many ways that you can use this section. But don't forget to edit them to make them personable to your brand or to make them specific to what the highlights are about. So for instance, I have a podcast, I have the Level Up course, I have that shadow band, I have the shadow band course and workshop, and I have some other things I work on. Those are all there in my highlights. There are different highlights, and you can tell they're all specific. The highlight covers are all specific. So it's tailored. Last but not least, we'll talk about the profile grid. Those are those rectangles that go under your bio. And it's the reason why your bio is empty, why everything else is neglected, because we all tend to focus on that profile grid, making those posts. So why this is a big opportunity and why it's so underutilized now is because before June of last year, you just post, and whatever you post chronologically shows up unless you archive or delete, and then it'll move them around. But in June of 2022, Instagram gave us the ability to pin to our profiles. So if you look here, if you're on somewhere where you can see like Spotify podcasts or on YouTube, you can see these pins. At the top of my profile, I have pins there, and it ends up being a whole picture because I use some editing software to edit my profile. But those are individual posts. You can post pictures only to your profile section. If you have a reel, you can post your reel to your profile, your section. You can pin your reel to your profile section and your reels. So it gives you flexibility for both. You can pin it to both. You can pin it to one. You have the ability to do that with reels. But it gives you more control on how your brand is represented. All right. Now that was a lot of information. We went over turning your profile into professional, the importance of doing that. We discussed your bio. We discussed contact and actions that can be added to your profile to support calls to action for your business. We talked about highlights and how we could use those. We talked about the profile grid and how to make sure our covers look good, and how to convey a story, our brand story. And what we want to tell the world about our brand. Now it's time to use those Instagram profile tips that you learned for yourself, okay? To start attracting customers, to start attracting clients, to start making bookings, and to get more reach. Let me know what changes you made to your Instagram profile and how it affected your account. And don't forget to heart, like, subscribe, plus wherever you're consuming this content, show some support to me for the content that you've been provided. It means a lot to me. And do follow me on Instagram. I'm TT_the_manager on Instagram. Make a comment. Let me know how your account's been affected. If there's some tips and tricks you had no idea about, what you want to see next, let me know, okay? And I'll talk to you next time on Level Up Your Digital Marketing with TT. Peace.